Good morning, Denika ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, ma'am. Good to see you.
Same here.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Good morning, ji.
Good morning, everyone. Communication, the human connection, is the key to personal and career success. It leads to understanding and mutual valuing. I welcome each one of you to today's online induction day program for Young Communicators Club, organized by Meherchand Mahajan, DAV College for Women, Chandigarh, in collaboration with Public Relations Council of India. I extend a warm welcome to our chief guest for today's event, Mr. Vivek Atre, ex-IAS, author, motivational speaker, and Chairman PRCI Chandigarh chapter. I extend warm greetings to the resource person, Ms. Chinmay Praveen, President YCC Nation Council. A heartiest welcome to special invitees, Ms. Renuka B. Salwan, Director Public Relations, Punjab University Chandigarh, and North Zone Head of PRCI. Mr. C.J. Singh, Senior National Vice President of PRCI, and Mr. Sudeep Rawat, Secretary, PRCI, Chandigarh Chapter. Welcome each one of you. A warm welcome to Principal Madam Dr. Nisha Bhargav, Convener of Young Communicators Club and our pillar of strength in all our endeavors. Greetings to Team YCC of the college and all the faculty members and students who have joined us today. Before we begin today's meet, I invite you to share a glimpse of the journey of our college. Meherchand Mahajan DAV College for Women, a premier institute for women's education in North India, was established in 1968 to commemorate the exemplary contribution of Justice Meherchand Mahajan to the cause of education. We celebrated our Golden Jubilee in February 2018, and the visit of Honorable President of India, Sri Ramnath Kovind, to the college made the celebrations historic. The college has accomplished countless laudable achievements over the years and has made as an institution of eminence, offering a unique blend of tradition and modernity to its students. Our young women are groomed with a steadfast commitment towards preserving cultural, social, and environmental sustainability. The college was re-accredited with Grade A and also the status of Mentor College by the National Assessment and Accreditation Council, Bangalore, in the year 2016 and has been accorded the star status by Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. The college has been one of the forerunners of the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and was awarded the first prize for the cleanest residential college in the country in the National Swachh Campus Rankings 2018 by MHRD, Government of India. It also secured the All India third rank in Best Citizen-led Innovation in the Swachh Sarvekshan by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. For its commitment to cleanliness, Mahatma Gandhi National Council of Rural Education, Department of Higher Education, MHRD, recognized our college as Swachhta Action Plan Institution, as well as Social Entrepreneurship, Swachhta and Rural Engagement Cell Institution. The Chandigarh administration has also awarded the college for Best Management of Wet Waste. Known for its academic excellence, our institution has been ranked among the topmost colleges of the country by leading national dailies and magazines such as India Today, The Week, and The Tribune. The college is amongst the 1,600 institutions selected by MHRD for creating and promoting a culture of innovation and has received 4-star rating by Innovation Cell MHRD. The Best Red Ribbon Club Award was given to our Red Ribbon Club in 2020 by the National AIDS Control Organization, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The dedication of our staff members and students is reflected in our numerous achievements in academics, sports, extracurricular, and co-curricular activities. Students of our college have secured 207 top 10 positions in Punjab University Semester Examinations 2019. Known for its academic excellence, our college has been ranked among the topmost colleges of the country by leading national dailies and magazines. We are also the proud winner of Punjab University Women's General Efficiency Sports Shield 39 times in our existence of 52 years. The students have won laurels for the college in various sports tournaments at national and international level. The college NSS unit was awarded the Best Unit Award in the region in 2018 and 19. During the lockdown period, the volunteers did exemplary work in raising awareness about COVID-19. The NSS units have done the institution proud year after year by winning accolades at the center and state level. Naval Cadet Ravina was awarded the first position in All India Nausainik Camp in shooting competition. Our college, a participating institute under Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, a flagship program of MHRD, has adopted a cluster of 5 villages around Chandigarh for rural development where teachers and students regularly undertake social work. We are delighted to announce that our student Satvika Singh has won first prize for her contribution during 100-hour program under the Swachh Bharat Summer Internship 2018. Our institution has achieved significant milestones and we are deeply committed to taking it to the pinnacle of success. We impart holistic education to create women of substance year after year. Thank you so much, everyone. I now invite Riya Virdi, Chairperson of Young Communicators Club, to take over and continue with the rest of the program.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Visuals are always a delight as they promote a faster assimilation of facts. So in order to get this ceremony started, I would like to show you the vignettes of the dynamic club that we are so proudly a part of. Can we have the video now, please?
Hello everyone. I feel privileged to share that we have collaborated with Public Relations Council of India for promoting communication skills. We know that effective communication is a skill which needs to be mastered. We have created a Young Communicators Club for this purpose, and I implore my students to join this club to get a holistic training to effectively communicate their concerns about the society, about environment, and about humanity in general. I take this opportunity to express my deep gratitude to Shri Vivek Atre, ex-IAS, for his unflinching support to the institution and to all its endeavors. I am sure that this collaborative effort will go a long way in promoting effective communication skills among our young stakeholders. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Vivek.
হচ্ছে না কিছু কনফিগারেশন সেটা তো ওদের তুমি কিছু করো না না আমাদের আমাদের কোনটা আমাদের যে অন অফ যেটা বলতে তুমি সেটা কোনটা তুমি বলতে অন অফ ভিডিও বা মিউট আনমিউট সেটা
May we request the participants to please mute their mics?
In your to get a holistic training to effectively communicate their concerns about the society, about environment,
সাউন্ড হচ্ছে না সেটা ওদের প্রবলেম আচ্ছা এখানটাতে কোনটা
and I implore my students to join this club to get a holistic training to effectively communicate their concerns about the society, about environment, and about humanity in general. I take this opportunity to express my deep gratitude to Shri Vivek Atre, ex-IES, for his unflinching support to the institution and to all its endeavors. I am sure that this collaborative effort will go a long way in promoting effective communication skills among our young stakeholders. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Vivek Atre. I am the President or Chairman of the Public Relations Council of India, Chandigarh chapter for the year. The YCC club at MCM DAV College is our pride and joy because it's a wonderful club, a great initiative by the college and Dr. Nisha Bhargav, the principal, along with the team which is handling it, Dr. Manjot and Ashish and others who are involved. I think it will go a long way in helping the students to become great communicators, to become aware of the necessity of good communication, of how to become very good at presenting themselves, becoming confident, becoming not smooth talkers but good communicators. And those who are able to communicate effectively in this era and handle public relations in this era effectively, they're going to be very successful in the years to come. So I think the Young Communicators Club at MCM DAV is something that all students should be a part of, and those who have a spark and energy and enthusiasm and good communication skills, or they want to improve their skills, they should definitely join. My best wishes always to YCC MCM DAV Chandigarh.
Hi everyone. I would like to inform that the Young Communicator Club is the youth wing of Public Relation Council of India, which has 15 chapters all over India. Public Relation Council of India is an organization of PR and communication professionals with more than 33 chapters all over the country and also has global presence. So under the umbrella of PRCI, the students they become good leaders, communicate effectively, and professionally they network with the stalwarts in the field, and also it helps them to bridge the gap between the academia and industry and make them responsible professionals when they go to the industry. Thank you.
Hi everyone. It's our privilege and pleasure to introduce YCC, the Youth Wing of Public Relation Council of India at MCM DAV Chandigarh. And this association will definitely help our young ambassadors, our students, to give substantial shape to their ideas through their involvement and evolvement in the domain of communication. So in a way, the proposed endeavors of this club will assist them to bridge the gap between ideas and action. So here my sincere gratitude to our worthy principal, Dr. Nisha Bhargava, for her unflinching support and guidance. And a special thanks to Mr. Vivek Atre to formulate this club at MCM DAV. Best wishes to the team YCC. Keep rising and shining.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Preeti Gambhir, Institutional Coordinator, MCM YCC. Since its establishment in the year 1968, Meher Chand Mahajan DAV College for Women has been working ceaselessly in the direction of promoting holistic development of its stakeholders. Taking this objective further, the college has set up Young Communicators Club in collaboration with Public Relations Council of India. The ability to communicate effectively is one of the most important life skills, and MCM YCC envisions to equip you with this life skill that will stand you in good stead in your personal as well as professional life. So, happy communicating with MCM YCC. Thank you.
My expectation from YCC is I want to learn to communicate in a way that is effective with or without words.
I want to be in the presence of the experts in this field.
It will provide me a platform for online discussions, broaden the horizon of my perspective,
And critical thinking. To accentuate my intellectual and competence level too.
I'll be able to see more of myself
for teamwork and leadership skills.
Me understand people better.
and to perform with great aplomb.
To cultivate my social skills.
Intricacies of speaking effectively.
Enhance my personality.
Discover and unleash my latent potential and would expose me to a space of like-minded individuals who share the same dexterities and aptitude,
thereby increasing our confidence and improving our communication skills and stepping forward to becoming good orators.
We can work wonders by mastering this life skill.
So this is why I want to join YCC.
Thank you so much for this. For millions of years, mankind lived just like the animals. Then something happened which unleashed the power of our imagination. That is communication. How beautifully has Stephen Hawking summed up the importance of communication. Communication is surely one of the most important virtues that mankind has been offered with. An effective way of putting forth information is a prized talent. However, many people experience a series of misfortunes associated with nothing but poor communication. A situation like this may cause so many noble intentions ending in a fiasco. We have with us a host of speakers who are the masters of communication in all its nuances. I am more than honored to be in the midst of them, and I consider it Atre, an ex-Indian Administrative Service Officer, motivational speaker, and author of 3 books, namely Finding Success Within, Move On Bunny, and Do Biji Bounces Back. Apart from this, he is the head of the Public Relations Council of India, Chandigarh chapter. He is also a member of the Board of Governors of the Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan. In order to pursue his passion for speaking and writing, he resigned from the most coveted job of being the Administrative Service Officer and is now a motivational speaker. His most liked and followed TED Talks: Read a Book, Write a Book, Winning Through Emotional Intelligence, Being Indian in a Global Era, Life and Its Real Goals, Ingredients to be an All-Rounder, and Living Simple but Superb Life have been enjoyed by viewers from all walks of life. He is a mentor at Shulini University of Biotechnology and Management Studies and is also a guiding presence for all the students. The topics chosen by him have in the present times experienced a renewed interest and relevance. He believes in empowerment through education and has organized workshops that have benefited people from all stages and strata of life. I would like to thank you, sir, for being a part of this ceremony and for the guidance that you have always bestowed upon us. Our resource person is the dynamic and charming Madam Chinmay Praveen. She has so many achievements to her credit that it humbles me to talk about them. She is the founder and strategic head of Give in Buckstone, an initiative turned enterprise that made mineral drinking water safe, accessible, and affordable in over 900 water kiosks spread across 14 districts in Karnataka. In fact, her enterprise, Give in Buckstone, means exponential growth in German. Her efforts in this direction have earned her the name Waterpreneur. Through this initiative, she has empowered the women tremendously by employing them at these water kiosks. She is also the founder director of Vistara Foundation, an organization that seeks to educate children. She is the head of YCC, National Council, and has also been an active mentor and patron of Proxily, an organization that empowers and works for the betterment of young women. She, owing to her empathy, is also a counselor. She has won many awards such as the Kannadati Utsav Award and Shiksha Kratnan Award in 2017. In 2018, she was awarded with the India Leadership Award, Eastern Bhumika Iconic Women Award, Information Leader from FGNC Consultancy, and Women Entrepreneur Award from MSME, and National Award for Entrepreneurship from National Foundation for Entrepreneurship Development, Coimbatore. Ma'am, it is our honor to have you with us today. Thank you so much, ma'am. I will now request our respected convener, strongest support, Madam Principal Dr. Nisha Bhargava, who is our perpetual guiding force at every possible endeavor. I will now request our respected convener, strongest support, Madam Principal Dr. Nisha Bhargava, who is our perpetual guiding force at every possible endeavor. I will now request our respected convener.
Thank you, Ria. Thank you. You are
There is some technical glitch. Please allow us a moment to connect to Principal Ma'am. Dear participants, please allow us another moment, few moments to connect with Principal Madam again. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, probably there was some network problem. Uh, was I at all audible, or should I start from the very beginning?
Ma'am, may we request you to start from the beginning?
Okay, that's so. Okay, so Shri Vivek Atre ji, ex-IAS, Madam Chinmay Praveen, Dr. Renuka Salwan, Mrs. Suman Mahajan, Dr. Manjot, Dr. Preeti Gambhir, Dr. Apra Sharma, other staff members, and very dear students. I welcome you all on this first induction day of Young Communicators Club, which is being organized online. We feel extremely honored and privileged that we are collaborating with Public Relations Council of India for encouraging and promoting communication skills. The fact is that communication is a life skill which needs to be mastered and which needs extensive training and practice. Apart from general communication, there are various socio-economic, political, and sustainability related matters which need to be effectively handled and conveyed to different strata of people. We all know that in today's increasing trend of virtual communication, people are more connected to their devices than to other human beings. This is a disturbing trend which needs to be reversed. And I believe that when times change, the scope and objectives of an organization should be restructured accordingly. One of our major strengths is our students, who are more than 5,000 in number. And we always strive to work for their holistic development. Besides, our staff members are most willing workers, and they like to continuously experiment and innovate. That is the reason our institution is a forerunner in various societal initiatives, which includes engaging rural population and involving marginalized sections of society also. I congratulate my energetic colleagues led by Dr. Manjot Josan, who has created this Young Communicators Club in the college. I'm sure that this collaboration between our college and the Public Relations Council of India will add new dimensions to public relations and communication in coming days. I implore our ambitious and young students to join this club so that they can get holistic training in effective communication. I appreciate this initiative of my dear colleagues, and I also express my deep gratitude to Madam Chinmay Praveen and to Shri Vivek Atre for sparing their valuable time for us so that they could grace this event. We are especially beholden to Mr. Vivek Atre for his unstinting support to the institution and to all its endeavors. And my best wishes and blessings to our young communicators. May God bless them. May they always rise and shine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. It is through your guidance and blessing that we attempt to blossom in our full glory.
Thank you. God
I would
bless.
now request our worthy chief guest, Mr. Vivek Atre, to enlighten us all with his insights. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much for that welcome, and especially to Dr. Nisha Bhargav, who is always very, very innovative and dynamic in her leadership of the institution. It is a pleasure for me to be involved in many ways with MCM DAV College as a speaker, as a member of the governing body of the higher education program, also in many other initiatives that we have undertaken together. And this one is especially very pleasing because it involves the participation of a large number of youth, of students, and it deals with communication, which is one of my favorite topics and subjects. And also because I am chairing the PRCI Chandigarh chapter this year, and therefore we are looking forward to a lot of activities with the young communicators clubs of this region. And I'm very happy to say that MCM DAV had set up this YCC at a very early stage when we had just decided to go ahead, and we held an MOU signing ceremony in slightly better times than now in your office, ma'am, when we could meet even with masks. And it was absolutely, I was sure that this club will take off very well. And it has. I could see the video, I could see the participants being very excited and enthused. I heard the introductory talk of the chairperson of the club, the student, Ria, I think it is, yes. So I think it's very heartening to note that Dr. Manjot and others who are involved with this initiative, they have taken it forward in a very balanced and dynamic way. I'm sure that in the months to come, a lot of activities will be organized by the club, and communication will become one of the key priorities of each and every participant of these activities. I'm also very glad to welcome Chinmay ji from the national body of PRCI. She heads the YCCs across India, and although we have never had a one-to-one conversation, these days people are so busy. I must blame myself more on various things that are happening online that maybe we will speak about more activities that we can do in the near future together. But coming to the topic, and once again, thank you for the warm welcome and introduction. I feel that young people will do well to become good communicators, even great communicators early in life. Because whatever we imbibe in our growing years and in our college years, these habits and these mindsets, they find a deep-rooted position in our brains and minds. And it's difficult to dislodge any wrong tendencies of communication or any worries and inhibitions related to communication that come in at a young age. And often people carry them throughout their lives because they have adopted a certain way of speaking or a certain way of writing or a certain way of presenting themselves. And it's difficult to change that afterwards. Although I've seen some people who have made efforts to become much better communicators much later in life. However, it's much better to start early. And the topic of today is very apt: what to say and how to say it. We are all growing human beings in a way. We should never stop learning. And I know that I was never a speaker in my early days. I was a writer, yes, a little bit of a writer, but I also found it difficult to speak on stage or before the public. But I think by and by I became a confident speaker because I had the basics right, and all I needed was a bit of confident calmness. Confident calmness is the key to good communication. You understand your own abilities and you communicate calmly. You don't communicate in a restless way or in a way that is as if you're in a hurry all the time. So you speak in a measured way, which is more effective. That is a better way to communicate. Even if you have 2 minutes, and yesterday I was at a webinar on conversation skills online. And I was saying that even if you have 2 minutes, you need to make them effective. So just to give you an example, and this is not that I'm bragging, but I'm just going to give you a 1 minute example of how to say something. And this is what I used yesterday as well. It's relevant to the education sector anyway. So supposing somebody tells you to communicate your ideas on the field of education in India and what can be done to improve the state of education in India. And you have only 1 minute to say it. So let's see what we can do. Okay, I'm starting. So I say that, okay, education in India needs a boost, needs a fillip, needs vast improvement. There has been emphasis on rote learning in schools, and children and students have not been taught to be creative. So I have a few ideas to present. Firstly, I think we need to bring in a lot of creativity into the school level education system. Secondly, I think we also need to bring in social emotional learning. That means that children need to start interacting in a balanced way with others who are not of the same background. Number three, we need to bring in a lot of empathy for the masses, for society amongst the youth. And in college level training, we also need to imbibe soft skills, personality skills, communication skills, presentation skills. It is not enough to be only bookish and technologically aware of what is to be said, but it's also important to know the how of how to say something, how to write, how to communicate, how to write emails. All these things must be a part of our education system. And lastly, value-based education, moral education has to also be a part of our education system. We need to motivate and inspire teachers. We need to give them a better status in society. These are some of the ideas that can improve education in India. Now that I stopped there for that example, some of you who joined just now might think I'm speaking on education, but that was just a minute and a half or whatever it was of presenting ideas on education in a quick time without appearing to be in a tearing hurry. It may have been hurried because the time was limited, but you present a lot of ideas with some force and meaningfully. That is how you communicate well. Of course, all the time, you don't need to be structured in your communication. You don't need to say all the time, firstly this, secondly this, thirdly this. You can't be like that in real life with your parents or your spouse or your brother, sister, or children later in life. You can definitely, however, be a thoughtful speaker. You don't need to blurt out things all the time. Be provoked into saying something. There was this story, and I tell this because there should be some humor also in every webinar or every series, and why not today? So, you know, the boys of Chandigarh are a little spoiled at times, and there were 4 of them in a car, and they were on the road, and they had a slight mishap with the car of another person who was alone, and he was an elderly person. So these 4 boys got out of the car and started bullying that uncle, as we might call him. And that uncle said that you 4 youngsters, you are bullying me, I'm an elderly person. I mean, is this the way to behave? So they said, uncle, don't worry, 2 of us will come to your side. And we will fight with these other 2. The fight continued, and the 2 of them were on the side of the uncle and the other 2 were on the opposite side. And then what happened? That the uncle says that, okay, I am tired now, I need to go. They said, okay, uncle, don't worry, you go, we will see these fellows. So the point being that they want to fight, come what may. Their communication is based on provocation. And although this was a lighter incident, very often we don't see the repercussions of what we are saying. Who is around us when we said it? Is a young child available or in the presence of grown-ups when they are saying something which is argumentative, even abusive, even loud? How is it impacting that young little child? That child is not supposed to be there when an argument is taking place, or it should not be a rough argument. People need to be aware of who is listening in, who is around us in the bus, in the car, in the train when we start traveling again. I often travel by the train and I see or hear one person in the cabin who is insistent on speaking loudly, more loudly than everyone else. And he's often the most negative person in the coach. And he'll be shouting at someone, he'll be talking on the phone very roughly, he'll be criticizing people from the government down to the cricket team. Everybody will bear the brunt of his criticism. And you'll also get the waiter who comes with the tea or coffee or breakfast also will get a scathing remark from him. This kind of person has only negative communication in his mind. If I am a negative thinker, my communication will also be negative. And I won't even be aware of who is around me. So my inner makeup will also be expressed in my communication skills. How I am is what I say. That is what I present to the world. So if I'm talking about how to say something and when to say it and what to say, then I must be a thoughtful speaker, a thoughtful communicator. And because I'm a thoughtful person, concerned about the emotions and feelings of others, my communication skills will always be apt, appropriate. You know, very recently, even though I'm a writer, I realized that apt is the short form of appropriate, and you can use it many a time in an apt way. So you play with words, you become comfortable with the language. You don't become Shashi Tharoor necessarily. And Mr. Shashi Tharoor, of course, is famous for his very difficult words. You don't need to be like that. But a poor person went to meet him once, and he's an MP. So they said, he said, "Can you help me, sir?" So anyway, he came out after a while, and his friends asked him, "So did he help you financially?" He says, "No, he couldn't help me financially. But when I went inside, I knew I was poor. But when I came out, I know that I'm not poor, I'm impecunious. So now there's a new word for his status of poverty, which is a great way to communicate. Mr. Tharoor is a great icon of mine as well. But the point is, we don't need to be Tharoorian in our communication. We need to be simple, we need to be effective, we need to be cheerful, we need to be expressive, and we need to speak only as much as we are needed to speak. So I'm going to stop very quickly because there's another quote, which is that always stop speaking before the audience has stopped listening. So before you stop listening, I'm going to give you a summary of what I've said. And that is that we need to communicate with poise, with calmness, with clarity. And for that, we need to have clear minds, cheerful minds, empathetic to who is listening and watching, and communicate according to the situation. In official communication, we use different language. With friends, we use all kinds of language. It can be different. It can be us at the same time. So we need to be conscious of our communication skills and develop them at a young age in life. Learn one new word a day, whether it's Hindi, Punjabi, or English. Your communication skills can always improve. And those of you who write, I must tell you that writing is a great art and skill, whether it's a story, an article, or a poem. We also have a Chandigarh Literary Society short story competition, which is on at the moment. You can see the Facebook page of CLS and find it and participate. So improve your communication skills, come what may. I think I'll close here. As I said, it's good to stop on time or before time. Thank you very much for listening, and my best wishes to the YCC. My thanks on behalf of PRCI that you have done this, and PRCI Chandigarh chapter will continue to collaborate with you. And Dr. Nisha Bhargav and the team, another warm word of thanks to you, and also once again to Chinmay ji for joining. Thank you. And I also want to thank two other people who are guiding lights, Mr. Charanjit Singh and Renuka Salwan ma'am, who are really, really wonderful people to work with and know. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words. We are sure to benefit from it. I would now welcome our esteemed resource person, Madam Chinmay Praveen, to kindly take over and drape us all in the raiment of her wisdom. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, madam. Greetings, everyone. Good morning. Today, I feel extremely happy and privileged honor to be amidst with you all to wish and congratulate the new team of YCC framed today. Thank you, Vivek ji, and thank you, Nisha madam, for giving the opportunity to be with you all. So firstly, what I would say is precisely say what YCC may give you or have in its treasure. What is YCC and YCC sessions can give you all. So as you all know, YCC is a premium student council which is framed by the students and run by the students. That is the beauty of it. To help the students to frame the better society with their communication. And YCC definitely acts as a bridge to the academics and the corporate world. So what would it be the curated programs of YCC give you? So it teaches to implement the ideas to stand out of the crowd. Today, standing out of the crowd, standing with everyone it doesn't take any courage, but standing out of the crowd takes all courage. So the YCC sessions will definitely teach to stand out of the crowd. And it will help unleash creativity within yourself. Everyone are born creative in our own ways, but we need a platform to use the creativity whatever it may be, without the fear of failure. When we fear the failure, the creativity dies within ourselves. So this platform, once again I stress, it unleashes the creativity without the fear of failure. And the impactful practices what we have will definitely elevate to face the challenges the world thrown at us. Today, every day, every minute, every hour, we face the new challenges and we are adapted and adopted to have those challenges and lead a new normal life. So the impactful practices within the YCCs will elevate us to face the challenges thrown on us. And one very important vital thing, what it does, it gives a bridge to connect within ourselves and the outer world. When we are connected within ourselves, we have the courage, we have the strength to connect with the outside world. So this is a brief, precise, what I mean is what YCC can deliver you. So coming to my topic today, I have chosen how to say what to say. All the things need not be said and all the things need not be heard. So what I have chosen is the action what we does is a communication to the society. So my dear students, youth, you are never too young to change the world is what I believe. Because many youngsters who have taken role, who have taken up the charges of the life to serve for the societies have been recognized. And if at all the youth hasn't taken those charge of life, we wouldn't have given a chance to visualize the change the NGOs have made today in the society. For example, Teach India, Feed India, Hunger Free India, Youth for Change, these are all founded and directed and they are run by youth like you. So you are never too young to change the world with the actions. And in spite of modern amenities in our nation, to the global standards, we have the upgraded and standard malls, multiplexes and the top universities which are on par with the global standards to the development. But still, we are back on developing country and we are not a developed country. Why? Because this materialistic developments doesn't pave way to the development of any nation. Development within me and development within you. What is that development you are showing and what is the development I am showing? That jointly brings the development of any nation. So making any nation developed is dependent on us, what development we make. So have a sense when you are acting, have an intuitional accomplishment of how can I develop myself. So what you are today should be not tomorrow also. You should develop within yourself, at least in the scales of your communication, in the scales of your calmness, in the scales of how you behave yourself to your inner world. So how can I develop myself is the intuitive question every youth should ask for himself. After developing yourself, how can I develop my surrounding? How can I develop my community? So if we question often this development questions, the development and the action within us arises. We don't bother about the development of ourselves, nor our community, nor our society, nor our neighbors. Because, why? Because we are embraced to acknowledge our own strength. We go on influencing, we get influences from others. I need to be like her, I should work on those lines what others have worked. No, we are all born with our unique strengths, unique characters, unique activities and unique intuitive sense. So don't try to imbibe, don't try to become others. You don't embrace to acknowledge your own strength. And if at all we doesn't harness our own strength, the attitude of forfeiting from the responsibilities creeps in. When it creeps in, it becomes a barrier to our contribution, be it to ourselves or be it to the society. So when our contribution to everything becomes nil, our purpose of living becomes nil. So the first step is to embrace, not become embarrassed. Embrace the strengths within yourself and which allows you to make your actions responsible and be responsible for whatever actions you take. And ask yourself, where am I today and where I need to head tomorrow. If you go on doing the things what you are doing today, then you will be there where you are. So the person should have a reason to act within ourselves, to act within the society. So that action within ourselves and the action to the action to the society, that becomes the communication, the silent communication which can build a better society. Everyone can manage the infancy of the situation, infancy of the role, infancy of the position what you are holding. But the daunting task is to parallel that and grow over in the position, in the lines of position, in the lines of satisfaction, and in the lines of giving back to the society attitude. That day we can see the development for ourselves personally and professionally and to the society. So for all this volunteering actively and action speaks louder than voice is my stake today, and your action should be the communication to the others. And to end my speak or conclude, I would like to say India is a complex country with myriad challenges, political noises, and the voices of the parties. But this should not become a barrier to our voice. And everywhere we should acknowledge that the platform is given to youth and they are heard. And we often say that youth should speak constructively, youth should speak confidently. But one little correction, a small correction, youth speak constructively. Youth will speak confidently, but they are not heard constructively or confidently. Let us all open our ears and hear the youth what they speak, and we can shoulder their voices. Thank you once again. Hearty congratulations to all who have taken pain in introducing this YCC and Induction online program, giving me a chance to speak out my mind. Thank you everyone. Thanks.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your pearls of wisdom. They are sure to have a lasting impact on us. So may I now request all the participants to kindly turn on their cameras for a while, as we are going to have a photo session right now.
We'll wait for a few others also to turn on their cameras. And kindly wear a smile so that we can have a good commemorative photograph. Thank you so very much, everyone. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much. So may I now request the student ambassadors, Mitali and Aratrika, to kindly take over and take you to a journey to our plan of action as the Young Communicators Club of MCM DAV. Over to you, Aratrika and Mitali.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. Since we are coming close to the end of the induction ceremony, we have prepared a presentation on our vision at YCC of MCM DAV. I would again thank Mr. Vivek Atre and Madam Chinmay Praveen for joining us today and enlightening us with their words. We are grateful to PRCI for forming a youth wing and giving us the opportunity to be better communicators. Their main motive is to improve and flourish soft skills in students. The Department of Mass Media at MCM DAV helps its students to master the art of communication. Along with Mass Media Department, the Department of English is working to inculcate soft skills in students through the subject courses of Functional English and Communicative English. Let's take a glance at some of the main events of YCC in collaboration with PRCI Chandigarh chapter. On February 4th, 2021, our college signed a memorandum of undertaking with PRCI. Following which, the RUSA Awareness Program on Art of Official Communication was held on February 18th, 2021. After attending the program, more than 350 students volunteered to be a part of YCC. Further, our students attended the Talent Hunt webinar held on 1st of May 2021 at Youth Communicators Club, Shulne University. YCC aims at providing a non-political and non-government organization to help us communicate effectively and enhance her leadership qualities. An effective communication consists of confidence, body language, clarity, and patience. One needs to be a good listener in order to be a good communicator. YCC will help its members to learn how to be an active participant, practice communication, and boost their confidence. We would like your kind support and guidance in implementing a plan of action at YCC of MCM DAV, which is as follows. Daughters Day, 1st of June, social communication, green is forever, guest faculty pool, global conclaves, workshop on copywriting, documentary making and blogging, voluntary teaching drives, and fundraising events. We at YCC MCM DAV intend not only to improve the effectiveness of communication, but also enhance creativity and raise awareness about social concerns. Because it has been rightly said that all revolutions begin with words. To achieve our goal, we can perform surveys on topics related to mass interest, by which we'll be able to interact with more people and apply our communication skills. In what other ways can we use our communication skills? One of them is voluntary teaching, where we would not only be applying our communication skills, but will also serve a good cause. We will also work at developing skills like copywriting, blogging, and even documentary making. Apart from providing us worldly exposure, YCC will also help us nurture our humane side by visiting old age homes and children at orphanages. Because charity begins at home. But for the effective communicators, the whole world is their home. Using our communication skills, we can raise funds and extend our support to people, especially during these trying times of the pandemic. This is when we can put our social media skills into use as well. Thank you for being such a patient audience. Now I would like to request Dr. Manjot ma'am to take over to deliver the vote of thanks for today's event.
Thank you so much, Mitali. So before we conclude our program, I would request Atre sir to give some inputs. Would you like to add something to it, sir?
I just want to thank Dr. Nisha Bhargav and you, Manjot ma'am, and all the students and the team, Preeti ma'am and others, Ashish, everybody is involved. Also, I want to say a special word of thanks to Chinmay ma'am for joining us, and she spoke very well. So it's very apt and appropriate that we are off to a good start, and I'm sure all of them will become great communicators. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. So, Honorable Ma'am Principal, respected Mr. Vivek Atre sir, and Ma'am Chinmay, our most valued invited guest, and my dear students, it's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks for the induction day of YCC 2021. So I, on behalf of our college and the entire team YCC, let me call it Fraternity of Communication and Excellence, here together. And on my behalf, I extend a very hearty vote of thanks to the special speakers of the day for gracing the occasion with their valuable words and experiences and sharing with us their word of wisdom and opinions today. So dear students, you would all agree that we made a great start, a very thoughtful one indeed. So having underlined the progress made so far, let me acknowledge all those who have made it possible. So first comes PRCI Chandigarh chapter, which has been a pleasure to work with as we set about imagining community and exercising. So I would like to acknowledge our gratitude to PRCI Chandigarh chapter for giving our institution this great platform of communication. So a big thank you to Mr. Vivek Atre for his substantial and powerful words about what to say and how to say, and moreover, when to say and what to say. pertaining empathy in one's heart. So I extend my thanks to him for his enormous cooperation in the organization of this event. So of appreciation for her explanation on youth of change, holistic development, and global standards. And she has said it rightly, youth should speak constructively. We are all inspired by your great words, ma'am. So, well, an event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and a bird's eye for details. I take this opportunity to show our gratitude to the special invitees, Ms. Renuka Salwan, Director, Public Relations, Punjab University, Chandigarh, and North Zone Head of PRCI, Mr. CJ Singh, Senior National Vice President of PRCI, and Mr. Sudeep Rawat, Secretary, PRC, Chandigarh Chapter. Thank you, sir, for gracing this. And furthermore, we have been fortunate enough to be backed by a mentor who is quite motivated and dedicated. So I wish to express my deep gratitude to our worthy principal, Dr. Nisha Bhargava, for providing encouragement and for her worthy patronage, which has provided us all a platform to give a substantial voice to our concerns. Moreover, ma'am, your reassuring presence in the event is motivating for all of us. So I may like to express my sincere thanks to Team YCC, the young ladies, particularly our young ambassadors, Ria, Mitali, and Aratrika, for giving an excellent shape to this program and who worked day and night to transform the abstract idea of this ceremony, this induction ceremony, into concrete form. So the young ladies of YCC, MCM, DAV have worked so hard and deserve special praise. Also, my gratitude to my dear colleague, Dr. Apra Sharma, for taking us through the journey of our college. I would also like to take this opportunity to place on record our hearty thanks to the technical support team for the perfect and timely support they have extended to all of us. So a special thanks to Dr. Preeti Gambhir, Mr. Ashish Mudgil, and Dr. Sukarma. I owe big thanks to Dr. Preeti Gambhir, YCC coordinator of the college, for all her efforts in all our endeavors. I may not thank everyone enough for their involvement and their willingness to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zones. I hope and pray that the glory of this collaboration multiplies manifold and ushers us all into greater opportunities and new horizons. I congratulate the young ambassadors of this club in my vote of thanks and hope that this endeavor would help them to chase their dream and passion. The volunteers and participants deserve our sincere thanks for setting the tone of this event. But most of all, our special speakers and guests, you have all our appreciation today, not only as the inspiration of this induction, but our gratitude for making this event a success. I thank you all for being here and wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All the best.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, Renuka ma'am. Thank you, Atre sir, once again.
Thank you, ma'am.